Hello YouTube family, Greg D here with TGN. We are back for another DCUO video, and today I thought that I would bring you a Sorcery DPS loadout here. As most of you know, if you've been following me for quite some time, this is one of my side tunes here. We recently did the video where we raised him up through the main screen of getting that combat rating advanced of 255. So I wanted to kind of show you what we're using here as far as the loadout is concerned. Now, keep in mind that you don't have to use this. This may not be the best one for you, but this is what works best for me as of right now. At the time being, this is episode 37, 2020. So just keep that in mind. And no, I'm not going to have like a shit ton of skill points either. This is a side tune. But whether your combat rating you just hit level 30 or your combat rating 300, this will work. Whatever, obviously it'll scale. The damage will scale depending on where you're at. Before we get too much farther into the video, if you guys could do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, it really helps out the channel. And without further ado, let's go. So we want to remember that no matter what we're doing here, all of your artifacts, all of your white mods, all of your generator mods are going to want to be might and power, because this will be a might based loadout. We are using a lot of burst damage here. We are using a lot of AoE damage here. So just remember might and power. Obviously, if this was a precision based loadout, you would want to use more precision and health as far as your extra stats are concerned. So you can see here, as far as my white mods are concerned, we have max damage, which helps 2% increase of damage. We have deadly block. We have, I can't even remember. Now, don't forget, there will be some that will be that'll coincide with whatever power that you are at that particular time. In this case, for sorcery. So I did restorative soul barrage here in this case, just because I do play healer with this character as well. So I did do a healer one there. You don't have to for obvious reasons. I did power efficiency there. Superpowers use 5% less power. So as we know with the Earth DPS loadout is hugely taxing as far as power is concerned. So if you can have any kind of I don't want to say discount, but if you can get any kind of break from using power, I would definitely take it. I have Berserker there. That means you get an additional 10% damage when your health is low. We did Escalating Might there, increase your might by 2%. And we did Energize Circle of Destruction, returns 3% of your power when you use Circle of Destruction or Circle of Protection. And then Blast Adapter is always the one that I use there. Same thing with your artifacts and your augments right now. Like I said, once again, this is a side character, so just keep that in mind as well. We're using Tetrahedron of Urgrun there, which basically will just increase your might, and your health, and your power at certain level intervals there. Hitting an enemy with superpower grants you and 7 group members up to might equal to, at this point, 1.2, but it goes all the way up to 2% of your health. And then we're using Omega Hadron there. So you can see there, using a superpower in combat will, while 25 and 75% power increases your base power regeneration. So there's that. And then I'm using Dead King Scepter because I think that was the last one that I used for, this is for Orbital Strike. So you can kind of mix and match these, whatever one works best for you and your play style. But so yeah, basically you just want to make sure, like I said again, that everything is giving you might, health, power, because the might and power are going to be the two most important stats that you have. And the same thing with the augments here. I know I don't have the adaptive ones there, but might. So whatever episode is the latest, whenever you're watching this video, whether it's 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 46, whatever the case is, make sure that you have the latest adaptive augments there, which I obviously have to get those. And then you want to make sure that you just have all of your might ones here and level those up as high as you can. So let's get into the actual loadout itself here. So for your stat points, you're going to want to make sure superpowered, because this is a might based loadout. Then you're going to want to put full points in a critical attack chance, critical attack damage, and then everything else that you have left in might and power. Now I know there's, like, once again, there's going to be some male Beckys out there, and Beckys maybe in general, that are just like, oh my god, you only have 187 skill points, you suck, this isn't going to be blah blah blah, this is going to be blah, this is going to be blah. Shut up. Like I said, whether you're level 30 whether you're combat rating 300, this is going to work. It'll just, obviously the damage will scale up the more stats you have, so just keep that in mind. You're not doing any kind of extra points into any of your weapons. We're not doing any iconic powers. I know usually I will do like the Neo Venom boost, because that's a huge, that's awesome supercharge, which you could very well switch out here for Grand Summoning, but I'm going to show you what we got here. So from left to right, we have Circle of Destruction, which is our power interaction. Inflicts bad karma. We have Transmutation, which is going to be burst damage. As we talked about before, this is going to be pretty much a big burst AoE style loadout here. Soul Bolt, as you see there. Bad karma affected enemies take additional damage. Launch a bolt of soul energy, and then Soul Barrage, which is going to be the same thing. Bad karma affected enemies take additional damage. This is also going to be another burst move. And then instead of using Neo Venom boost, we're actually using the Sorcery Supercharge, which is one of my personal favorites in the game. I feel like, yes, Neo Venom boost can be a huge boost to you, as far as increasing your damage output, your defense, all that stuff. But Grand Summoning is sort of like that in a way, because you are going to be able to summon a Watcher pet, a Fury pet, and a Guardian pet. So essentially you're going to be able to summon, and then Supercharge itself lasts for about maybe 30 seconds or so, and it's great for boss fights, but you're going to be able to summon basically a tank pet, a healer pet, and a DPS pet, which are hugely helpful in alerts and raids, especially like if you're coming up to that final boss fight. Hugely, hugely, hugely helpful. And then obviously we have our DPS pet. So in the case of having this DPS pet, when you use that Grand Summoning, you're going to have 2 DPS pets. Like I said, for final bosses and raids, this is great, because then you can have that extra burn. Great, great, great stuff. So, and literally, this is just, the loadout itself is easy. All you're going to do is you're going to go left to right, and you're just going to get burst damage. See, and then that's basically the main focus of this loadout, is burst damage here. And you just want to go from left to right, burst damage, burst damage, burst damage, burst damage. And I found that this has worked pretty well for me. It's maybe not the fastest or the most powerful as far as like other powers like Earth, Rage, gadgets, anything like that, but it does pretty well, and it's not really taxing as far as your power either. So I mean, it's literally just left to right, just hitting the burst, hitting the burst, hitting the burst. And now we will do this just to see if that helps. Oh, and also let's do this as well, because I know there's going to be some people that oops, no, I don't want to do that. Well, maybe I want to do that. Here we go. So we'll do this, exit out of that. Here we go, here we go. So, all in all, I personally like burst damage, just because it's fun to see all the numbers shoot up, and it's nice to get little spurts of attacks. It's not going to be like a huge damage over time one. It's not going to be like a huge, but you know, for what it is, I personally like this. It's a good AoE style build. And that's all there is to it. I mean, you're getting Circle of Destruction as your damage over time. You're getting your burst, your Soul Barrage, another big burst. And the thing is, like, this is fairly easy too. So if you're looking for something that's fairly easy, you're literally using 4 powers just from left to right. As soon as they cool down, you use them again. So this is fairly easy, and you know, there's really nothing much to it, like I said. Plus, you're getting the extra damage of the pet, and then obviously you'll be able to use the Grand Summoning Supercharge there. But all in all, it's fun. I like it. I've always been a fan of Sorcery. I have been a fan of Sorcery for quite some time. So this is fun. Try it out for yourself. Like I said, not everyone's going to like it, and that's okay. That's perfectly okay. But thank you guys so much for watching, as always. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, guys, we'll see you soon.